there's been a little bit of online chatter about James Gunn's wife, who appears in the DC universe, and fans have been complaining, like, why you keep putting your wife, in all these movies when you like fired Henry Cavill? And people were kind of defending, saying, wait a minute, you didn't complain when Luc Besson did it. You didn't complain what Paul W.S. Anderson did. You did. Well, then Weissman, they kind of went through the list. And the thing of it is, like, all those directors made movies about how their wives were the most beautiful, sexy, powerful, greatest beings on the planet. In James Gunn's DC universe, he made his wife an annoying pencil pusher who just gets in the way of everybody's fun. So I don't want to comment. I don't want to make a comment about their marriage or anything like that. I'm just saying, if you want to be a wife guy, you want to make a movie like The Fifth Element.
Yeah, where your wife gets to save the universe, you know.
I think, Jack, you said something about the effects and the visuals of the aliens being very good. Luc Besson disagrees. He says he said this movie was a nightmare to film, and he hates the effects in it. He thinks the effects on the aliens with the alien masks are bad. And if that's not kooky enough for you, and we know Luc Besson is a pretty kooky guy. I mean, he's French and the director. I mean, my God. He actually thinks the CGI effects on Valerian are much, much better. Was much happier with that than The Fifth Element. And Valerian, for people who don't know, because I don't think anybody does, and we reviewed it on the show, an early episode, but it was meant to be kind of this follow-up to The Fifth Element, and it's terrible. It's like a really, really bad movie. I would not even recommend watching it just for the visuals, unless you're absolutely bored. But yeah, he does not like this. Luc Besson does not like the look of this film for some reason.
Oh wow, I know what movie.
Character of Ruby Rod was originally meant to be played by the one and only Prince. This wasn't just like a rumor. This wasn't just like Michael Jackson calling up Warner Brothers and saying he wants to play Morpheus in the Sandman movie. This was like actually going to happen, but it just conflicted with his touring schedule, so it didn't happen. Then the part ended up being jostled between either Jamie Foxx or Chris Tucker, and they just decided that our boy Jamie, who we're hoping gets better, was just a little bit too beefy. They said he was just too big to play Ruby Rod. They wanted something a little bit more sleek and slender.
Yeah, I just got to say too that Chris Tucker's performance in that movie is another, like, I mean, unforgettable. Just him screeching and just sort of his like flamboyant, like, just like, I mean, he's just getting it down with everybody, like on that cruise ship or flight or whatever. And I mean, it was just another memorable experience. Really funny, man.
The greatest president that's ever been presented on film in history.
Not only like a bit of levity to it, but also like seriousness, right? Like this is a crisis, you know. Like, I don't know, he was a good one of the best sci-fi movie presidents that I've seen. I gotta say.
Like what you hear? Want to hear more? Check us out at patreon.com/struggle session or sesh.plus or strugglesession.substack.com for all our public episodes, commercial free, as well as hundreds of bonus episodes. Thank you to all our listeners for holding us down 5 years strong.